Hey guys, it's me, Meteor, and here we are back to Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And of course, we're here back in Waddle Dee Town. And we unlocked some more stuff here. We unlocked the Waddle Dee liveries for present codes. We unlocked a home for ourselves. And we've unlocked this place over here. The Waddle Dee Cafe. How fancy! Wonder what's on the menu. And something else we'll be dealing with a little bit later. Waddle Dee Cafe Help Wanted. That's required for 100%. Oh, and also if you notice here, for Elflin's in orange with the text, he has something to tell us. Say, what do you think the Beastock wants the Waddle Dees for anyway? I had just gotten to know all of them when the pack arrived and started capturing everyone. We're far from the Beast territory, so we thought building a town here would keep us safe. Thank goodness you came along, Kirby. Waddle Dees worked really hard. I can't believe they rebuilt this town so quickly. The Waddle Dees told me they used to live in the same place as you. Did you know each other there? Huh. So that's how you all knew each other before you came here. I never would have guessed. I bet that kept things interesting. I'm kinda jealous. And that's it. You can tell he's done talking when it goes back to the regular standard color. We'll go back here and check this stuff out a bit later, probably after the boss of this level, but we need to finish off this world first. So let's go over here to scale the Cement Summit. Look how it's like a little oil rig kind of thing, kind of like that style they're going with. Grab that just in time before I got hit by it. That's cool. And you'll see these little pictures we always saw before, but this time we're gonna remove 3 of them, not just 1. So we need to find 3 of them in our mission here, but that's just 1. There are several missions in here. Technically, there are like 2 others besides finding the Waddle Dees, but hey, a mission's a mission. Now you'll see this. Break up that bomb, and in here we'll get a new ability scroll or a blueprint, the Clutter Needle blueprint. Now we can evolve the Needle ability. We'll evolve all the abilities at the end of each stage. At the end of each world, rather. Man, I have to go back around. Hey, fell. My bad. Whee! And thus, us breaking that block gives us a little capsule down here. You know, just for completion's sake. Let's just get rid of all of these as well. Aw, so close. Whatever, it's fine. And we'll see another locker just randomly here. What's a locker doing up here on the oil rig? I can't imagine doing a very good job up here for anything. Who's bringing their clothes over here? Whatever. Waddle Dee hidden right in there, so that's nice. And some extra gold coins. So that's always wonderful for us to have. And at this point we can just continue climbing up and being on our merry way. As if nothing ever happened. Lots of shots. Dang. Hold on, let me grab that. I'm not sure I need Needle for anything else. I don't think I need... whatever, forget it. Watch, I'll go over here and find out I need Needle for something else. Well, actually, no, I don't. But I do need Ice. Because one of the next missions is coming up right here. Here we have my least favorite mini-boss, Florina. I mean, it's cool that she's a new boss and everything, but in terms of doing things, no abilities... Florina is, oddly enough, the only thing in the entire game that has a move that you could do that it cannot be avoided without dodging. It's kind of impressive. But either way, you just want to continue trying to freeze Florina. Come on, freeze, freeze, a little bit more. That's right, you can freeze bosses. And what the mission there was to freeze Florina with an ice ability. I mean, I'm not sure that's really necessary. I guess it's, you know, giving you, letting you know to do something in case you're not aware. But it says, it could have just been freeze Florina. People probably have gotten the gist, but I guess by using it with an ice ability, that kind of removes any possible interpretation of that. In case you didn't know, ice can freeze things. Either way, we have the newest ability here, Tornado, which is very, very nice for quickly breezing through stuff. freezing because wind. See? It's anyway. Our next mission is also coming up very shortly. Wait, did I get... I feel like I missed the wanted poster. Maybe I didn't. I don't quite remember if I did or not. Either way, we want to... Oh, that wanted poster's right over there. I see it. I see it! Yeah, as long as you have Tornado, it's not too hard to get that in the target time. In fact, even without Tornado, I'm thinking about... Well, that was hard. I almost got that without the target time, or rather, didn't get that in the target time. I'll just make sure we destroy that real quick. So that's 2 wanted posters, and now the next spot is way back here. This little secret door. Now we have another small little mission here, but it's quite easy, and you'll see switches and spikes. If you use Tornado, you can just breeze right past them. And voila! No damage done. And that's our 3rd Waddle Dee already. Isn't that nice? Making quick progress already. Get this up here. And look, avoid the spikes in the secret room. That was a little mission. And you just needed Tornado for that, obviously. I'm sure you could probably also do that with... No, I'm not sure you could do it with any ability besides Tornado, thinking about it. Would Needle avoid the spikes? No, I don't think it would. I think you would pretty much just need Tornado. Now, you could use Tornado on the water like that, too. And there's a capsule in that broken... Not broken box, that regular box right there. And now we have a new mouthful mode ability. I can't talk today. What's wrong with me? Oh, and also, just so you know, you could switch to your inverted controls. By default, the controls are not inverted for this, which I thought was really odd. But you could go ahead and just swap them up with the R button, L and R. So, thankfully, I can just adjust them that way. It just makes it a lot easier to control. I don't know, I've never done good at flight games that don't have an inverted option. To be fair, there aren't too many of those. But either way, it's quite a fun ability. It's probably one of my favorite mouthful mode abilities. It's just a fun little extra mode here that's enjoyable. Just spin around, spin, fly. I love flying games like this. One of my favorite childhood games is a game that was kind of like Doom, except 360 Degrees of Freedom, called Descent. And didn't exactly get the same amount of hype as Doom and all those other games. And the 6 Degrees of Freedom type of genre never really caught on, because apparently it gave people motion sickness. But I really did enjoy those games, and in fact, the original creators of Descent tried making another game called Overload, trying to cash in on the people who had nostalgia for those games. And I got that game, but no one really cared about that genre, and they pretty much just put a whole kibosh on that. And anyway, what am I talking about? Kirby, wanted poster, right there. And then, that's it. That's it for this level. That was a pretty quick level overall. And let's go ahead and save these Waddle Dees. You think there'd be something up here, like on these seats or this table or something? There's nothing. Oh well, why waste time? Yay! I think that's all the Waddle Dees. Yep, that's all of them. I didn't think I missed any, because I wasn't sure which one I would miss if I did. Ah, here we go. Bolted Storage Mouth Kirby. Kirby gained the mysterious mouthful mode, blah 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 blah. Now he can stuff an entire set of lockers into his mouth. This one won't budge. Wiggle, 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 and whoa! He just took a whole chunk of that wall down. Use this to find hidden routes you didn't know about. I think that's the only spot where you do that, so yeah. The only time in the whole game. There might be another time I'm not remembering, but I'm pretty sure you only do that once. Maybe twice? But we'll talk about that later. All Waddle Dees have been saved. And of course you have more treasure roads. We'll worry about those later too. In the meantime, we have to do the final level before the boss. Fast Flowing Waterworks. Now, in this game, one of the things I do miss about past Kirby games is the ability to swim underwater. There are no underwater levels in this game, which kind of I find a little bit upsetting because I know not too many people like water levels in video games because of them being slow or whatever, but I think they have some of the best scenery and they're like very relaxing. I really do enjoy them. And this game doesn't have any underwater sections. I mean, understandably it is HAL's first 3D platformer, but at the same time, let me grab a sword because I believe I do need sword for something. You don't need to break that down, but I'll break it anyway. But this game tends to use the 3D for a different... It's kind of... Because there's no swimming underwater, it kind of uses the puzzles for 2D games in terms of like the water just pushing you in different directions to solve puzzles and switches that you see in the 2D games, but it does that on a 3D plane, but kind of like top down where it's kind of like still 2D, but not 2D. I don't know. I'm probably explaining it horribly. Hopefully I'm making sense to somebody. I thought there was something there. There's nothing, though. Just wanted to make sure. I can never be certain sometimes. Always nice to have a sword here to destroy any enemies in your way. I missed every single coin there. Come on. Well, I don't want to miss this. If I'm going to not miss anything else, I don't want to miss the Waddle Dee. Whee! There we go. There's another blue spot right there. Before I hit that, get that out of the way. Follow the line of coins, and up here, tuna can. And you'll see our first mission, eat 3 tins of fish. So there you go. That's our first mission. The second mission is coming up very shortly. Not quite yet, but we're getting there. In fact, let me grab Bomb for that particular mission. Probably the easiest to do it with. I guess I could also do it with Needle too, but I don't know. Could be kind of... Also, I like the fact that the bombs kind of lay on the inner tubes there. It's kind of a neat way of doing things. Ah, here we go. The mission here is to not fall in the water with this enemy rush. There are a lot of enemies that try to hit you on different things, and you want to be careful you don't kind of... Don't let them knock you off. Sometimes they'll kind of be underneath the bridge, making it more annoying. And sometimes they'll try knocking you off, so make sure you float. Just don't... Come on. There we go. Did I do it? I don't think I hit the water at all. Yep, there it is. Win the battle without falling into the water. I did it! And of course, there's a new blueprint, Chain Bomb. That's another nice ability we could go ahead and upgrade later. Whee! Now you'll see another line of bricks. You see a bunch of walls like that, you know there's a bomb nearby. And hey, look! Lo and behold, there it is right there. As a surprise to no one. Break those open, you'll see a little water spot right there. We have another ring mouth section. Isn't that nice? Now here's like a little maze you see. So keep whacking if they go. It's the same solution every time, but it is a timing thing, so be careful. You're gonna go pretty much, if you look at backwards, you're gonna be going right, left, middle. Same solution every time. It doesn't randomize or anything, so you do it once and that's it. But considering you see the path twice, it's kind of hard to mess it up. Didn't even go into the quick countdown thing at all. Pretty sure you could even miss the target once and still get it properly. But either way, we did it! Let's grab chili. Why not? I'm in the mood for some ice. I don't think I need ice for anything, but there's also a capsule back there in case you somehow could not see that for some reason. There it is. I feel like I missed a tin of something somewhere. Oh, here we have a stairs section. Pretty much, in case you don't know how to use the stairs work yet. Hold them down there, And let me just see if there's anything over here to the left. I feel like there is. There is not. I always have to check. I can never remember sometimes. There's a lot. It's kind of just like mildly hidden in some of this stuff. And hey, look, mine could outreach you. Take that. Now, over here, you'll see a golden fish. Run into that. That's the mission. Find the golden fish. And it gives you a few coins. So that's kind of nice. But yeah. That is a mission here. So you don't want to make sure you do not miss that. And actually, before I hit I have to hit that switch first. Hit that switch. And thus, that rises up out of the water, and then you can use the thing proper. I want to make sure I keep the ice for obvious reasons. There we go. No, I don't. I do not want to drop that. I need that. It's important. There we go. Because there's our second can of tuna. We do not want to miss any cans. You need all 3 of them to save a Waddle Dee. Now here you'll see a gate there with the Waddle Dee behind it. Hit that switch, and hey look, that Waddle Dee is free. But if you continue to listen, you'll hear another one. You can also see kind of there in the background. We're not done yet. We have to knock down 2 other gates, if you notice there. By doing that, we have to get that little 2 switches there. You have to hit both of them. So we have to take that little staircase over there we see, and then hit that switch as well. It's not really too complicated. I mean, pretty sure anyone could have figured that out. I mean, there's a large staircase there, some other rows of fire that there's a chili for right there, and 2 switches which you can only fit inside a staircase with. Well, either way, just leave that right there, and we can save that little Waddle Dee in the back. That's 4 of them so far, only 1 left to go. Whee! I still miss my ice twirl. It's just not the same. It really isn't. I just don't... I was hoping that maybe one of the upgrades for ice would have been able to bring back ice twirl. But it doesn't either. I'm just left without it for eternity. By the way, you probably want to grab Cutter here. Chakram Cutter is very helpful in this section here. Now, I know I said like the 2D jet streams or whatever for the water levels. This is kind of like a 2D, but in 3D kind of thing, with the jet streams going in certain directions. You haven't hit certain switches on the directions. It plays exactly like the 2D games were, but in a 3D plane. So that's how they kind of did that, but it pretty much is exactly like the way the 2D games play, just in top-down instead of side-scrolling. If you could tell, the last thing is right there. Eat 3 tins of fish. Wonder if Kirby even likes, like, I'm not sure there's a food that Kirby actually hates. Well, except those, that rotten fruit from Wispy Woods in Dreamland 3. I'm pretty sure he wasn't a fan of that. Or the bad apples. Those are just, anything poisonous, I guess, he wouldn't like. Because health, damage, and I guess I lost my, cutter. Aw, well, I thought I grabbed it again, too. Come on. Now you'll see a Waddle Dee spinning above the pit right there. We want to instead hit this switch. And voila! We saved all the Waddle Dees, including the one above the pit. It's kind of like you see in the movies where you see the hero or damsel hanging above a chain in like a spiral whirlpool, or like usually piranhas or sharks underneath them that could kill them or something. In this case, it was a Waddle Dee, but there were no sharks. I didn't see any, none of those alligators too. But either way, doesn't really matter. Let's see, is there any hidden stuff around here? I don't think there is. I don't think there were any other sparkle places. Nope, no sparkles. Just the only sparkle of the Waddle Dees that need saving right there. Yay! Stage cleared! So that's all the Waddle Dees in this area. And we also unlocked a Bouncy, Gabon. No rare treasures that require me to read something. None of that this time. That's all the Waddle Dees in this area saved. All that's left are the Waddle Dees from the boss. Think we've got enough Waddle Dees from this stage to be able to knock them all down. The Tropical Terror. I wonder who that could be. Who could the boss be that's a tree? I guess I'll have to find out next time. Well, I'm probably need to restore my health too and go back to Waddle Dee Town. I'll worry about that later. Or maybe, yeah, you know, I'll do that next time too. See you guys then.